Hello, what's up, ladies and gentlemen? It's Roberto Alexander Macias here, alive, well, raw, in the flesh. So I just want to say some things right now, and instead of speaking out loud to myself how I typically do, I decided why not record this. Because I talk to myself a lot, I realize that I'm a very social guy. I'm extroverted and tend to be introverted as well. However, my social circle and my social network has drastically, decreased in size since the last year. And as the months went by, it got smaller and smaller. Though it was hard for me to understand, want to accept, hard for me to kind of cope, because I got so used to, for the longest, instilling my, ways of coping with people, And so what that did to me was it made me almost not completely dependent, but it got me used to surrounding myself with people, with energies, with someone, whether it was just a friend, as long as I had to be with someone at all points of the day. And it wasn't like I absolutely needed to, that like when someone wasn't with me, I would, be uncomfortable or anything. It wasn't like that serious. I just found myself constantly being surrounded by at least someone throughout the day, in my past. And so it wasn't really like intentional. It just kind of happened over time, where I was always either with a friend, a family member, my girlfriend at the time. I was always with someone. And so, that just over time got me used to coping in ways that, are good and arguably are good, but also arguably tend to be harmful, not necessarily in physical ways, but emotional, mental, and spiritual ways that most times we don't even kind of realize or process. And that's why I think it's important to do some self-reflection in life and not find it uncomfortable, to think about the shit that's happened in your life, to accept the choices you made in life, to reflect on your past, and whether it was good or bad, make it the goal to take the best from it. Because what's the point of, living life and not taking the most or the best from situations, whether it was good or bad, simply because you're, choosing not to? And what I mean by that is just me going deep into what I'm trying to say, and that is self-reflection can be a time for you to grow, even through the uncomfortable shit. That's where growth comes from. Growth comes from being comfortable with the uncomfortable. The best teacher in life is experience. So why would you throw away all those past experiences you've lived and choose to ignore them or run away from them or not face them because it's uncomfortable? And, I'm not targeting anyone. I'm not trying to hurt anyone. That's not my goal. My goal is honestly to be authentic with myself. That way I can be authentic with others, and that's ultimately what I'm doing, is respecting me, because this is how I really feel. This is what I think of, this is what I'm thinking of driving. And no matter what I have to say, I feel like I'm valid in my own ways. And also, who knows, hopefully the goal along the process is that maybe someone, I can maybe help someone. I can maybe be the reason why someone changes. I can maybe be the right person to speak to someone at the right time that they listen to this. Just maybe, these conversations I have with myself, this recording can just maybe be the reason why someone lives an entirely different life in 5 months and 6 months, because this was the spark that they needed. And so the way I kind of navigate life is just with brutal honesty. And I've been practicing and living what I preach, as far as embracing your most authentic self, embracing the hard times in life, being comfortable with the uncomfortable, being willing to change, and also just understanding that everything serves its time and purpose, and that we only live one life, as far as this physical life goes right now, like this life. And if I can use this recording that I just decided to record, and speak how I feel instead of just projecting it but not recording it, then just maybe it can help someone. And that's what I think about. I feel oftentimes really not worthless, but I just get down on myself hard, because I feel like I could use my voice in ways that can help me, because I feel like stuck. I feel stuck in life, and I don't know how to. I know more or less how to. It's a patience kind of game, but at the end of the day, I'm trying to figure out how I can almost get out of this hole that I'm in. Whether I want to argue it and talk shit, I can do that all day. As to why I'm in it. But, instead of investing energy into what I already know, I'm going to invest energy into a solution, into how I can move forward instead of crying, instead of, weeping and and complaining and just projecting how much I hate this, how much I think it's not okay, how much other people are in the wrong and I'm not to blame. I can keep projecting how I feel and talking shit, whether, no matter how justified I feel, no matter how valid I feel. At the end of the day, I gotta realize how valuable my energy is and how much energy I've already invested into something, and am honestly not seeing the results or benefits out of that energy that's been invested into people that aren't worth it at this point, because I gotta start doing something for me, and I'm going to focus that energy into a solution, and that solution is getting out of this hole. And how am I gonna do it? I might be giving out a lot here to my enemies who use everything I say against me, but at the end of the day, honestly, it's like I am saying a lot with this, but I'm not. I'm gonna use my voice, and I'm going to win. At the end of all this shit, I'm going to come out on top, for I am innocent. My heart is good. I know that I'm getting good karma. I know I'm bestowing my blessings. I know that everything happens for a reason. I trust in God. I have faith in God, and I'm allowing God to guide me through this hole. And therefore, I have no fear against no man. I fear no man. I ain't afraid to defend myself if I have to, whether that's physically, vocally, or spiritually. And I'm going to raise as much awareness as I can regardless of what people think in the moment, because I know that I have to trust in my gut, in my intuition, and in God, that the present moment is all I've got, and I have to seize it, just like I did with this recording. I was driving on the freeway and I was going to start talking out loud about what I'm talking about right now, but instead I had the inkling in me to record it. And so it's that idea where I am practicing a lot of self-growth. And, self-growth is getting comfortable with the uncomfortable, embracing your past, understanding your past, figuring out how you got there, and accepting it so that you can learn from it and grow from it. And most of all, reap the benefits of your labor in the future. Because right now is the time that you've got, only right now. The past shouldn't matter in the sense that don't dwell on it, you can't change it. But the past does matter because it can allow you to grow from it if you allow yourself to. Otherwise, if you don't, and you keep dwelling on the past as a negative thing, then the past was a waste and it absolutely didn't serve its purpose. And that purpose is to grow from your past. So don't let your past experiences, the bad ones especially, hold you back, because the best teacher is experience. And honestly, you learn more from losing than you do winning. And I had to lose so many times this past year for me to get that big win. And I was patient, I surrendered, I focused, I didn't give a fuck what people think or feel about me. I understood my situation and I just accepted it. I understood that other people are entirely have the right to make their own choices, good or bad, whether I agree with them or not. They're their own entity, their own person, their own human, their own individual. Why would I invest time into trying to influence that if deep down, although my intentions are good, others wouldn't be if the tables were flipped, if the roles were reversed. A lot of people clearly showed me how they feel toward me solely based off their actions, and what they vocally said about how they feel about me was just completely overruled and dismissed by their own actions, because their actions and words don't line up. And I'm not picking names, I'm not targeting, I'm not trying to be mean. And honestly, I'm not asking no one to listen. But at the end of the day, I have nothing but love, positivity, good intention. And I just want people to know that, hey, you can change your life. Hey, you deserve whatever you want out of life. Hey, you are worthy. Hey, you are valuable. Hey, you are lovable. Hey, you do deserve to be happy. And if you haven't heard it from no one, or you don't believe it yourself, I will tell you right now, no matter who you are, I believe in you. Whether you see it or not, no matter who you are. Why? Because we're all human at the end of the day, and we're all capable of making the changes we need necessary to fulfill our dreams, our goals. And I say I believe in you because the bottom line, we all are, and we all make our own choices. And so with that being said, I'm almost home. We're about to be 15 minutes deep. This is real. This is from the heart. I mean this shit. Whoever you are, I mean this shit. I don't pull out my phone and post it down here and drive, and think of recording myself mid-drive speaking some real shit and then not to mean it at the end. I fucking mean every word. and I'm just being my authentic self. So I'm gonna cuss if I want to cuss. I'm gonna vape if I want to vape. I'm gonna express how I truly feel, no matter if it hurts people or offends people, because my intentions are good. My intentions aren't to do any of that. And so whether you are a hater, lover, a fan, a family member, a friend, old friend, ex, whatever, I believe in you. You know, don't lose faith in yourself. And I challenge you to challenge yourself. And not only that, but I challenge each and every one of you to give God a chance. With that being said,